Yo internet, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, today I'm talking to you guys about The Division, a game that I really love, a game that I'm actually happy that they are patching a few things. But to be real, some of the patches that they've been implementing are a bit weird. And some of the complaints and things that people have been talking about in the game, like, yeah, like they built atmosphere, but it's kind of odd to really even make a complaint about it. But then again, like, I do think that some of these are observations and not necessarily like really complaints. I know one thing is, but this one kind of falls like within the observation like category of the poor life of the Division 2's drone controller. Now, this is an article about the drone controller, one of the people within the White House who gives you missions, and that like they send you on, so like they tell you to, well, I assume it's go collect items or go take this area, you know, that kind of thing. Like side missions can vary from one or the other, right? However, this isn't about her side missions. This is more or less about the character herself. Whereas that she doesn't have a name, you know, she's just the drone controller. On top of that, she also has these weird twitches and spasms, and most likely they went on to say that nobody around her seems to care, which is crazy because it's like it's like if this happens all the time, then it's, I mean, like in that setting, then it's like, oh, like that's what she does. You know what I mean? But it's a crazy observation. She does say she doesn't have a name. She twitches a bit. Yeah, like it's crazy, but I feel like it's atmosphere for the world, you know, because they went on to say that, or at least like for the name thing, they were talking about characters like Joshua and Manny, I guess. Because like they have names, but you don't really interact with them too much. You know, she's a character who's who's really prominent, and I'm like, I can see that. However, you know, it's like I'm here to, well, some people are here to get their missions and go. Like they kind of don't really think about that too much. But also going back to patches though, they were talking that they have a problem with enemies blindly rushing toward you. God, good. Like blindly running toward you, and they kind of need a massive refix, a fix for that. And the reason for that is that something in their wiring got something in the code got crossed, and the reason why that they're doing that and taking bullets is because of the fact that they actually believe that that they're low on health, and that they don't have low skill health. It's like because when they run at you, it's like, oh wait a second, it's like I'm dying, so therefore I have to just like take all their shots and get as close as possible, which is very different from like the shotgunner and the and basically the guys with sticks and whatnot. Like that, like it's very different from them, who are specifically designed to run up on you and force you like to change cover. These guys are having a coding issue, so they are looking into that. Another one is that obviously the Division 2, in this case, they handle problems the same way how like that they always have, and that they went on to disable weekly projects and daily projects. Reason being is that some players found a few exploits as to get extra cases and whatnot whenever they they complete a project, and because of that, they kind of had to go ahead and, well, this happened on Sunday, where they shut down the game for about 15 minutes. And then they reset the server, but they had disabled the weekly projects, and apparently they're handling it the same way that Ubisoft did back in, I want to say like back when the incursion missions came out, like in the first game, and people found out like that they could teleport through a wall just to reach the saves on the other side. and they handled the problem just by banning people. It's like, I don't know why they did that, but, or at least like, just fix the problem and let the guys like continue to play the game. But they were like, well, yeah, we don't like that. We don't like the fact that they didn't properly finish the mission. So we're gonna so we're gonna ban them. So that's kind of how they handle that, which is really crazy. But hopefully they do fix the projects, because Ubisoft hates it when players like when they find exploits in their game. So, you know, but the Division 2's White House staff won't bother you as much as after the latest patch. And here's a problem that I didn't even know existed, which was that some people were actually angry at over the fact that if you're spending time in the White House, some of the military staff would walk up and say, hey, you know, like they'll greet themselves or whatnot, or they'll say hey to you, and then I guess leave you alone and whatnot. And it got to such a problem that most guys that they basically just went on to say, hey, patch that out, and they patched the voices out and everything. So that is what happened, I guess. You know, in light of everything else, we all know about the mods, the sniper turrets working better. I didn't talk about the chem launcher. Like, it works differently. Like, you can't just push the button or hold it like in the first game. Which, these are some good changes. When you push the button, you actually hold it like as if it's like its own gun now, which is fine. Oh God. And also PC players, you now get the FOV slider. So there is that. This has been some of the weirder like patches. I want to say, like, talking and everything. But some of these are really good things to be looked into. So keep an eye out for that. I'll catch you guys on the next Jongravesshow. I'll come out with more Division news soon. I'll see you later. I'm out.